He who has a why to live can bear almost anyhow. Just wrapped up my Monday run. Went on the easier side today, on the slower side. Feeling a little tired, even though I took a good nap today. Guys, what is life worth? In a sense, I guess I'm really asking, is life worth living? And I know the answer to that. At least I know my answer. But sometimes don't you think that just questioning that question is an interesting question? Like really, is there a fundamental reason why a human should live? Why I should live? Why you should live? Is there something that we should be living for? I bet we each have our answers to that. Family and friends could leave you any second. You could pretty much lose everything in an instant. Everything in life is just so ephemeral, and it makes you really question what we're living for. Have you ever gotten to a point emotionally where even the little things in life just feel so hard to do? Even the smallest efforts, like getting out of bed or cleaning your room, taking a shower, all of it becomes exhausting. I felt that before. I felt that last year, and I feel like it's because I lacked a why. And so everything in life became so difficult. There's a quote that I stumbled upon that I think of when I'm feeling down, and that quote is, "He who has a why to live can bear almost anyhow." If you can define your why, then you know what motivates you to keep going. If you can define your why, you know why you're living. You know that life is worth living. And those whys are little, and they change depending on the juncture that you're at. But really, sometimes defining that why is just harder than it appears to be. When I was younger, it was easier to define. As a kid, I wanted to get to the 5th grade, then get to the 6th grade, then excel to 7th and 8th grade, then flourish in high school, do well in sports, master the piano, put together a good college application. Then in college, the why seemed to be getting a good job, even though then I also struggled to define what I should be struggling for. And now, once again, I'm at a period in my life where I have to define that why, where I have to understand what the why is to understand the how. So I really do think that life is worth living, no matter how hard it gets. We're put on this earth to experience everything. The longer I live, the more pain and suffering I will experience. And to me, that's what makes life sweet. That's what makes life worth living. If it was just all fun and games and there was no pain or suffering at all, then I'd really be questioning if life is worth living, if it was all just fun and games and no pain and suffering. Although paradoxically so, it's the pain and suffering that makes you question it in the first place. We live day to day constantly fearing things, constantly fearing our own shadow, being anxious over money, status, our desires, finances, objects of our possession, objects not in our possession. These are all things that we worry about day to day, and It's really not a way to live. It's not the way to live. I think that no matter what, we try to accept the good and the bad and soak it all in. And just love life and define the why. And know that life is worth something, even if you don't think it is. Life is worth something, and you're worth something to the world.